Talk about a lamb to the slaughter. Mind humbugs. I should have bought a jar of mint sauce. Morning, Ken. Humbug?
Yeah, isn't it? Look, I know this might be difficult for you, Norris, but if you could remain seated and resist the temptation to circle overhead during the proceedings, I'd appreciate that. Morning, Rita.
Morning, Ken. You asked for that.
Well, he's got a nerve, if you ask me. If that was my offspring sitting down there, I'd be holding my head a sight lower.
Don't let him get to you, Dad.
That man is the least of my concerns.
Peter will be fine. All he has to do is tell the truth.
Yeah, the whole truth. And that might damn him most of all, innocent or not.
Your Honor, I call Peter Barlow.
Why are you putting yourself through this?
I don't know. Morbid curiosity. Desperation to get away from Sally. I don't like being told what to do. Take your pick.
And then you left Miss McIntyre. Mr. Barlow.
Yeah. Yes.
How was she?
She was angry, upset. Well, we both were.
But physically unharmed despite your fight.
Yes.
What did you tell police when questioned about the scratches on your face?
I told them the truth, that Tina had done it.
And was this before or after they'd obtained your DNA from beneath her fingernails?
Before.
So you made no attempt to mislead them?
No, I told them just exactly what happened.
Returning to the night in question, who saw you after Mr. Cole and Miss Taylor?
I went to see my wife.
For what purpose?
To tell her about the affair.
And why then?
Well, because Tina was going to tell her everything, and I wanted to do it on my terms, to break it to her as gently as I could.
Why?
Because I wanted to save my marriage, and I didn't want Carla hurt any more than necessary. Because I loved her. I still do.
So why did you have the affair with Miss McIntyre?
I was weak. And she was young, and she was a lot of fun to be around, and I suppose my ego was flattered. And it was escape from the responsibilities of real life, you know. That's why I used to drink. But I did care about Tina. Far too much to ever do her any harm.
You've told the court you love your wife, while freely admitting to an affair with your babysitter, a woman you claim to have, cared for. How is that possible?
I'm not proud of what I did. I was confused.
So it appears. Were you clear that you intended to stay with your wife?
Yes, always.
So you were going to discard Miss McIntyre once you'd had your fun, as you put it?
No, there was no future in it, and I told her that right from the beginning.
That's not what you were telling her by the end. We heard you intended to run away with Miss McIntyre. You gave her your credit card to book train tickets. Is that correct?
Yeah, I did give me a credit card, but...
Yeah, with which she booked 2 train tickets to Portsmouth, as you'd arranged.
Yes, but I was never going to go.
Sorry, so what did you think was going to happen come the night you were due to leave?
I was going to tell her it was over.
Oh. And you thought the whole train ticket charade would make that conversation easy?
No, I was trying to buy time. Look, I know none of this makes sense.
Oh, no, it makes perfect sense. You were indeed trying to buy time. You enjoyed having 2 attractive women in your thrall, didn't you?
No.
It was a situation you wished to sustain for as long as you possibly could, wasn't it?
No, not at all. The strain was killing me. I'd been trying to get Tina out of my life for months.
So, I'd like to clarify your account of events on the night of the murder itself.
Okay.
You found yourself backed into a corner, didn't you?
Kind of, yeah.
The time had come for you to choose.
No. I've told you there was never any choice. I was never going to leave Carla. I loved her. She was having our baby.
If we accept your own argument, then would you say that your wife and unborn child mattered more to you than anyone or anything else?
Yes.
But Tina McIntyre threatened all this.
I never denied it, ever.
Shortly before her death, you argued violently.
Yes.
You left her flat in a state of high agitation with scratches on your face, yes?
Yes.
You
yes.
admit yourself that you lied to 2 witnesses about those scratches, correct?
Yes, but that was only because
I recall. Thank you. They then saw you enter the Ginnel at the rear of Coronation Street, where forensic evidence suggests that the murderer concealed the weapon and items stolen from Miss McIntyre's flat in your father's outhouse. Is that right?
I never went anywhere near the backyard. I was having a ciggy to calm my nerves.
As well you might. Can you account for why your fingerprints were on one of the stolen items? A bracelet belonging to Miss McIntyre's flatmate.
Well, I must have picked it up after Deirdre brought it in from the yard, that's all.
Do you know when?
No.
Do you know why?
No, I don't remember.
I see. When you left the Ginnel, you sought out your wife to tell her about the affair.
Yes. Now, why would I do that if I knew that Tina was dead?
Wasn't that precisely the reason you did it? Realizing the evidence overwhelmingly to your guilt, you needed to create a smokescreen, didn't you?
No, not at all.
It was the only thing you could do that might suggest your innocence.
What, aside from the fact that I didn't do it?
In the aftermath of Miss McIntyre's death, you knew news of the affair might leak from any number of sources. You were both muddying the waters and trying to minimize the fallout from your infidelity. Isn't that what your confession was all about?
No, it was time to tell the truth. If you got any idea what I was going through, I was at breaking point.
No more questions, Your Honor.